A key component of resiliency is about being able to dispatch your conflicts quickly and efficiently, just like a ninja. The CAIRO&U tool is a set of skills used by crisis professionals all over the world to help them manage their conflicts in a quick and safe manner. Being effective in stressful and potentially dangerous situations is a skill that one can develop with practice and attention. Even if you don't work in an extremely stressful or dangerous job, these are a set of behaviors and skills that you can apply to any area of your life with success. After working with and training thousands of professionals in some of the most dangerous jobs on earth, one thing becomes very clear. There is no silver bullet that will work every time. Anyone that is peddling a one-size-fits-all solution obviously has not had to do battle with any real werewolves. If you want to be a true conflict ninja, you're going to need to practice a lot. If you want to be successful in a very stressful situation, you're going to need the muscle memory to back up those skills. Are you still with me? Okay, good. Let's get started. I don't care who you are. Every person has had a conflict at some point in their life. Maybe it wasn't a fist fight. Perhaps it was with yourself over if you should eat that last donut. The reality is that human beings fight. As a species, human beings are a combat-friendly group. Since the dawn of time, we have done battle, we have survived, and we thrive. Conflict is a natural part of human existence. It's not going away anytime soon. True conflict ninjas embrace the reality of life and the role that conflict plays. When conflict is handled improperly, things can get dangerous. Really, really dangerous. The most resilient among us keep an awareness to conflict and a readiness to manage it so that they're not overwhelmed. Like a good girl or Boy Scout, it's best to be prepared. Keep in mind that dealing with conflict is not about being the hero. You don't have superpowers. Being successful at managing a conflict doesn't mean that you're going to be walking away with new best friends. This is about taking all possible steps to ensure that at the end of the day, you come home safe to the ones you love. And if the conflict is with the ones you love, it's about resolving it so that it doesn't weigh you down in the other areas of your life. The tool itself is made up of 6 different pieces: being calm, being assertive, informing, reflecting, opening, and uniting. Any martial artist worth their salt will tell you that being calm in a stressful situation is vital. It allows you to more accurately assess your surroundings, and it helps you set boundaries for your conflict partner around the direction that the discussion is going to go. The middle ground between aggressive and passive is assertive. It allows you to set clear boundaries, it communicates strength, and it tells your conflict partner that you will not be taken advantage of. Being assertive is about both your body language and your tone. You are communicating clearly to your conflict partner that you are not aggressive, but you are also not weak. You are using open but firm gestures in a clear, concise, and strong tone that communicates boundaries. Most of us don't like being kept in the dark. Try to remember the last time you had to wait for a vital piece of information. Perhaps you were at the hospital waiting to hear about a loved one, or maybe you were waiting to hear back about a job. Informing behavior is so valuable because it lets the other party know what's going on in neutral terms. Sometimes that's explaining a rule or policy, and other times it's letting a person understand why we did what we did. The listener or listeners may not always love the answer that you give, but it's better than letting their anxiety get the better of them, and ultimately, the goal is to avoid a potentially violent or aggressive confrontation. Reflecting statements are about acknowledging the feelings and the experiences of the other party. It's not about saying sorry, it's not about admitting wrongdoing. It's about making a statement that lets them know that they were heard. Some examples of reflecting statements are, "That must have been really hurtful for you. That sounds like that was a really frustrating experience. I get that would make you really angry that no one was listening to you. That must have been really overwhelming when no one came to speak to you after your son was diagnosed." Please remember to use non-aggressive, open body language and ask questions that welcome the other party to open up and express themselves. This helps you gather information on the person that you're speaking with about their mindset, their perspectives, and it allows them to vent verbally rather than physically. Questions like, "Are you okay? Do you need something? How can I help you? What's going on for you right now? Help me understand what you're going through," can be very valuable for getting a person to vent. Uniting behavior is a mainstay of any hostage negotiator or violence prevention specialist. You're letting the person know that you are on the same team as them. People are much more likely to do us harm when they think that we are on opposing sides or enemies. Using phrases like we and us, building common ground, trying to find out about their hobbies, or expressing your humanity can be a very useful tool for reducing violent situations. The best boxers will tell you that well-timed combinations are paramount for success. In verbal martial arts, you also are throwing combinations of these skills. It is rare that just using one of these will manage a conflict situation. If you've tried everything and things just seem to be getting worse, it might be time just to not say anything at all. Remember, ninjas are famous for vanishing. If all else fails, remove yourself from the environment and live to fight another day. As a student of martial arts, the one mantra I heard repeatedly was, the best fight is the one you don't have to have. Coincidentally, that's the fight that's the least likely to get you fired, hurt, or thrown in jail. There is no right or wrong way to deal with conflict. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution. This is something that you can hopefully tuck away in your toolbox and utilize when necessary. The team at Red Kite Project wants to thank you for taking the time to listen to our piece on being a conflict ninja and learning how to rise above the obstacles to a resilient life. If you like this, please take some time to share it with those that you care about. This is Zach Stone saying, be well and rise above.